Ugh. All right. Thanks for coming to work out with me today. We're going to be doing an upper body superset. So we'll have a pair of exercises and we'll repeat those 2 pairs for 3 rounds and then continue on to our next ones. I'm using 2 different sets of dumbbells today, a lighter pair, which is 10 pounds, and kind of a mid pair, which is 15 pounds. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first exercise we're going to do, I'm going to start with my 15 pounds. And we are going to sit on the ground, our feet wide, back straight, and do an overhead press. Set to 10. Halfway. Last one. All right, so our next exercise that we're pairing that with, we're going to use our 10 pounds. Kneeling down, we're going to hold our dumbbells at a right angle. We're going to go out and press and come back down. Try to keep that nice and controlled. Last one. All right, so those are our 2 exercises. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. So coming back on the floor, wide legs, switching back to our 15 pounds, set to 10. Halfway. Last one. All right. Back to kneeling. Right ankle hold. Out. Extend. Last one. All right, we're doing that superset one more time. I expect it's going to be a little bit harder. All right, wide feet. Back to our 15 pounds. Last one. Whew. All right, final set. Wide to extend. Go into 10. last one. And time. All right, second superset. We're gonna grab our 15 pounds. All right, first exercise in this set is skull crushers. So bring the weights back to your ears and up. Don't let your elbows flare out. Keep them nice and tucked in. Go into 10. Halfway. Last one. All right. Second part of the superset is dumbbell flies. So both dumbbells in the air, arms slightly bent, extend, and back up. This is probably a little lighter than I would normally go, so really try to slow down that movement. Halfway. And time. All right, first round done. Go into round 2. Hands straight in the air. Dumbbells go back to your ears and back up, elbows tucked in. Skull crushers. Two more. All right, second exercise. Okay. Weight straight up, arms slightly bent, nice and controlled, dumbbell fly, back to center. Two more. And time. All right, last round of this superset. Both hands in the air, skull crushers. Halfway. 2 more. Last one. Final round. Weight together. Dumbbell flies. Last one. And time. All right, next pair of exercise. First one is a walkout tricep push-up. Walk back up. Go into 10. Halfway. Two more. Last one. Second exercise. And go back to our 15s. All right, on this one, we're gonna hold our hover position and we're gonna row. We'll do right first, set of 10, take a little break, switch, and do left, set of 10. All right, and hover and row. And time. Same thing, left side. And hover and row. And time. All right, moving on to round 2. Walk out tricep push-up. Go into 10. Halfway. 2 more. Second exercise, hover, row. All right, right side first, go into 10. Up in our hover. And time. Same thing, left side. Up in our hover to 10. All right, round 2 down. On to round 3. Final round, walkout, tricep push-up. Halfway. Two more. Last one. Last exercise in this round, hover row. All right. Hover position, right side first, go into 10. And time. Same thing, left side. And hover. And time. All right, our next exercise is a real delt fly, but we're gonna have a hold. So leaning at the waist, back neutral. We're gonna come up, we're gonna hold one side, but we drop the other side. We're gonna go to 10. I'm gonna start with my 15s. Might have to drop. All right, here we go. All right, knees slightly bent, leaning forward, back neutral, both weights up. Drop. And time. All right, this one's going to be paired with a curl. Wrists pointed out, elbows close to your body, curl, and then we're going to rotate our wrists and down. Nice and slow. Curl, rotate, and down. Halfway. Last one. All right, first round down, go into round two, back to our flies, alternating drop. All right, do in 10, so it ends up being 5 on each side. Slight knees bent, lean forward, and here we go. Felt my arm starting to drop there. All right, second exercise, curl, rotate, drop. Halfway. Two more. All right, round 3 of the superset. Back to our flies. Hold and drop. And up. Final round. Curl, rotate, and back down. 3 more. And time. All right, so I'm going to drop to 10 pounds for this next set. All right, we're going to do lateral raises, so up in the air, drop one, drop the other, and we're going to pair that with around the world. So keep our 10 pounds center around the world. All right. All right, and here we go. Up and drop. Last one. All right. Second exercise, around the world, palms facing out, around, and back down. Halfway. Two more. All right, first round done. 2 more rounds. Starting with our lateral hold to drop. Oh, I feel it without any weight. All right, here we go. And weights up. Second exercise, around the world. Try to keep those tricep muscles relaxed. It's really easy as you come up to want to squeeze up. Try to keep it relaxed. The only thing we're trying to move is our arms. All right. Halfway. Two more. Last one. All right, round 3. Last round of this exercise, starting with our hold to drop. And weights up. Oh. Final exercise in this round. Around the world. All right. Halfway. Two more. Last one. All right, this is the final superset before we have a finisher. This superset, we're going back to our curls. So we're gonna go curl to 5, hold to 10, curl to 5. So 5 full curls, and then we're gonna hold at 90 degree angle for 10 seconds, and curl some more. All right. Two more. All right, up to 90 and hold. And up. There's 5 seconds. And down. 5 more. Last one. And drop. All right, that exercise is going to be paired with our tricep extensions. So 2 weights over our head, down and up. Try not to let your elbows flare out. Keep them tucked in. All right, I'm going to drop to 10s. And here we go. Two more. And time. All right, round 2. This time on our bicep curl, we're going to turn our palms out and do a hammer curl. So just changing the grip of our hands. So 5, hold for 10, and 5. All right, starting with 5. All right, up into a hold. That's 5 seconds. And time. We're going to end with 5 curls. Last one. All right, second exercise, tricep extensions. Keep those elbows tucked in. And time. Last round, and then we just have one exercise for a finisher and we're all done. So for this last round, we're going to do wide curls. So instead of keeping our hands tucked in, we're going to go wide, 5, hold, and 5. All right. Out wide and curl. All right, and hold, up. And back down. All right, set of 5 to end. Here we go. Last one. All right, last one of this round. Tricep extensions. Keep the elbows tucked in. Last one. All right, we finished our supersets. All we have left is this finisher. We're going just to 10. All right, it's going to be a push-up, row, and then we're going to extend that weight over our head. Come back down, push-up, row, extend that weight over our head. We're going to 10, so 5 on each side, and we're all done. All right. Whoa, keep your balance. 2 more. One more. Man, you could tell I was tired. I was super wobbly on the last one. Thanks for joining me for this upper body. See you again. Hi, what you doing? You bored out of your mind? Hi.